Welcome to the 2020 Hungarian Grand Prix race day review. All I can say, I should have titled this video, Valtteri Bottas, his bottle has disappeared, gone. He's got no fight left. I know people are going to come on my channel and say, oh yeah, it's only 3 races into the season. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. He had a chance today to catch Max Verstappen. For me, I wouldn't have pitted. Listen, I wouldn't have pitted Bottas. When he had that 1 second, he was 1 second behind Max Verstappen. And he was on the hard tyres, the fresher tyres. I wouldn't have pitted Bottas. No way. I still don't understand why Mercedes pitted Bottas. But they did pit him. They pitted him. He put on a fresh pair of hard tyres. He finally caught up to Max Verstappen. He tried to do what Hamilton did last year in Hungary. At the 2019 Hungarian Grand Prix, where Hamilton went into the pits. He was 25 seconds behind Max Verstappen. He put on the soft tyres and he caught up Max Verstappen and won the race. This was something similar, but Bottas's gap, even when they pitted Bottas, the gap was only about 15 to 18 seconds. Round about that. But he still didn't pass him. That was his chance. To me, there's a defining moment in the season. A defining moment. That was Bottas's defining moment. If he would have passed Max Verstappen, got his car in second place, I would have said, you know what, the fight is on. This year, Bottas is not giving up. He's going to have it. He's going to take it to Hamilton all the way. He's not going to let Hamilton run away with it like he's done for the past couple of years with Valtteri Bottas. Bottas this time is going to show some fight. But he never. That fight went out the door when he got third place. You saw his body language. It was written all over his body language. Even Paul Dareste said his body language has changed. He's not the same driver that he looked in Austria. He's not the same driver. He looks different. He looks a beaten man. And yes, I totally agree. I totally agree with Paul Dareste. I don't usually agree with Paul Dareste, but this time I do. Bottas, I'm surprised. You know what? People are going to think, oh yeah, Mercedes have got this power unit, power car. Yeah, they have. They've got the fastest car. We know this. But the way Bottas is going, it's not definitely he's going to come second in Silverstone. I think Hamilton's going to win Silverstone. But second place, we don't know what's going to happen. The way Bottas, you know what Bottas is like. He starts off all confident in the first couple of races. But as soon as Lewis sticks it to him, even just once like he did today, even as soon as Lewis sticks it to him, he just sinks. He ain't got no heart. He ain't got the heart of a lion. He hasn't got the eye of the tiger. And this is why, to me, he's never going to win a championship with that attitude. Never. This is where Lewis Hamilton excels every time. Look at Nico Rosberg. He had to dedicate dedicate his whole life just for that one season to beat Lewis Hamilton. He didn't go to no parties. He spent time away from his family. He meditated, he prayed, whatever he done. He relaxed, he done his training, he trained even harder. Just to beat Lewis Hamilton. Just for that one season. And after that season, when he did win the title in 2016, he retired. He was done. That's what Lewis Hamilton does to you. That's what it's like to be Lewis Hamilton's teammate. And now Bottas, to me, and I've said it on this video, I've said it on my channel loads of times, Valtteri Bottas is Rubens Barrichello. He's Rubens Barrichello. Rubens Barrichello was the second driver to Michael Schumacher when he was at Ferrari. And Valtteri Bottas is the second driver to Lewis Hamilton. There ain't going to be no world champion for Valtteri Bottas. There's not going to be no 2020 world champion Valtteri Bottas. Not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. If you think it's going to happen, you're a moron. An utter moron. Grade A moron. Because it's not going to happen. Now, it was a good race today. Very interesting. I'm going to go through the notes. Beginning, as soon as it starts, Max Verstappen crashed. Never saw that coming. I know the car was off balance yesterday. And I know they were struggling with rear end grip. But I never thought he was going to do a Roman Grosjean and crash in the fun lap. That's what I called it. It wasn't even the out lap. It was just a fun lap. It's a lap where drivers come out just to test the track before they line up on the grid to get ready to do the out lap, whatever they want to do. But he crashed on his fun lap. All the drivers in the world, I never thought Max Verstappen would ever do that. But that car must have been really bad. Really bad. Max crashes, and it was on turn 12, it was a warm-up lap. The drivers had 15 minutes, if that. It was before the pole. It was before the kneel down. It wasn't even a kneel down. That's another thing. This F1 talks about all the drivers being together with races one, but they can't even get all the drivers on the podium to kneel down. All right, if you don't want to kneel down, that's your prerogative. If you don't want to kneel down, that's up to you. If I was there, I'd kneel down. I'd kneel down every single race. Respect to Vettel again, kneeling down. He come in not long ago that Hamilton just done an interview and he said Vettel's always phoning him up and texting him on a daily basis to get this sorted, that all the drivers should be on the podium together, kneeling down. If you don't want to kneel down, do one. I don't want to see you standing where he's got the national anthem, when you're bending down, going down on one knee. If you don't want to do it, do one. Kimi done it today. Kimi obviously doesn't want to do it. That's his reason. I'm not calling Kimi racist, not doing that at all. He doesn't want to kneel. That's up to him. But at least he's not coming on the podium and standing there like that. Standing on the grid, standing there like an idiot, standing up while the others kneel down. He didn't want to do it, so he weren't there. Done. And the way it went off today, the way they kneeled down, it was unbelievable. You had Antonio Giovinazzi coming late for the kneel down for the flipping opening national anthem. Coming late, arriving late. He had his trainer throwing him his t-shirt, his Black Lives Matter t-shirt. So yeah, I forgot to put that on. Complete shambles. And the F1 also, oh, they're all together. Putting out a statement, oh, F1 are all together. They're not all together. The drivers need to bang their head together and come up with something, because it does not look good on F1. It doesn't. I don't care if you rate it whatever. That's up to you, man. That's up to you. You're not going to change no one. You're not going to change no one's mind. If the race is the race, if not, they're not, whatever, man. But as I see it, if you don't want to kneel down, don't stand there. Just don't stand there. Just do one. Go in your car. Go and wait for the race to start. That's how I look at it. Anyway, but the race started. Lap 12. Warm up. Max had the warm up lap. Max crashes his car. Soon we had the lights out of the way we go. As soon as the lights out of the way we go, Bottas had a false start. It wasn't even a false start. I thought it was a false start. The FIA, the stewards, said it wasn't a false start. But when Anthony and Carew on Sky Sports analysed it after, it was not a false start. He had a bad start, Bottas. He was in second place and he ended up going into the first corner. He was in fifth or sixth. Bad for Valtteri Bottas. Bad. Hamilton had a great start. Went straight into the lead. Nice and easy. As soon as he got to the first corner, to me, the race was over then. Lap 2, Bottas pits. Lap 4, Bottas pits on lap 2. Puts the hard tyres on. Lap 4, Vettel comes into the pits. It was a good idea at the time, but when after lap 4, pitting Vettel, because at lap 4, everybody started off from the wet tyres. They started off from it was the intermediate tyres. Everybody started off because when the race started, the track was damp, really damp. So they all had the intermediate tyres, which is normal. That's what's going to happen. But lap 4, the track started to dry out. Vettel darted into the pits, put the tyres on. But for me, I would have pitted Vettel on lap 3, not lap 4, because lap 4, that's when everybody else was going in. They all started darting into the pits, and lap 4, Vettel lost 4 positions. So again, another bad pit strategy from Ferrari, which is normal really. Every Grand Prix you're going to see it now. Ferrari, bad pit stops. It's just standard. So, lap 5. But for me, Haas had the best strategy. At the beginning of the race, the track looked okay. I never thought there should have been on intermediate tyres from the beginning, because I thought the track looked okay. It looked fine, ready to go. But everybody started on the intermediate, set for Haas. They had Roman Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen. They started off from the pits on medium tyres, and that kept them out in front for at least half of the race. So they collected some decent points at the beginning. It was okay for them, and I thought that was a good touchdown, a gamble. He's got nothing to lose. Haas might not even be in Formula 1 in the next 2 years, so he's got nothing to lose. When you got nothing to lose, you're always dangerous. When you got nothing to lose. So he started off his 2 drivers from the pits on the medium tyres, which I thought was a good strategy from Haas. Lap 5, Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap, and Latifi gets a puncher. By lap 5, Lewis Hamilton was 6 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen, who was in second place. 6 seconds. This is Max Verstappen, who 15 minutes before the race broke part of his front of his car. They had to change the nose, put a new anchor on the front, like the bar at the front on the nose, and he made it out just before start. And by the 6th lap, he was second, and he was 6 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton. What an achievement by Red Bull! What an achievement! I don't know many teams what could have pulled that off. I don't think Haas would have pulled that off. I don't think Williams would have pulled that off, but Red Bull did, because that's one thing I say about Red Bull. They got good engineers, and they got a good pit team. They've got the best pit team. They got the record for the fastest pit, under 2 seconds. So that was amazing. So Latifi gets a punch at lap 5. Hamilton started pulling away by then. It was over by then to me. Lap 7, Vettel and Bottas check jump start. So basically, Vettel was behind Bottas, chasing Bottas, and Vettel wasn't that far behind Bottas. So Vettel comes onto the pit radio and says, "Look, check the jump start from Bottas." And I thought, clever. Vettel using his experience to try and get the advantage over Bottas, because he knows if Bottas would have got penalised for that, Vettel would have been ahead of Bottas. So in a way, come on, he was just using his experience. People might say Vettel's clever, but at the end of the day, and being sneaky, but you got to do what you got to do to win. And that's just the way it is. If you're a Formula 1 driver, you got to do whatever it takes to win. And if you can get away with it, you get away with it. That's the way it's always been, always. So respect for Vettel for saying that. That's up to him if he wants to do it. So lap 8, Bottas tried to pass Charles. Never happened. This is what I'm talking about, Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri Bottas has got the fastest car on the grid with Lewis Hamilton. So lap 8, he gets a jump on Charles. Charles is struggling on the soft tyres. Why did they put Charles on the soft tyres? Everybody else was on the medium tyres when they came into the pits, but they picked Charles with the soft tyres. Charles was on the mic, screaming at the radio saying, "Look, why did you put me on these crap tyres?" No answer again from Ferrari, which is normal again. Bottas tried to pass Charles. Bottas tried to pass Charles. Didn't work. He tried it on lap 8. Didn't work. He passed in the first time, and Charles just muscled him back out again. If that was Lewis, and Lewis tried to pass Charles on the first attempt, he would have done it. But with Bottas, there's something about he's a good driver, but he's not a great driver. He's not a great driver. He's there for Lewis Hamilton to win these titles. This is why they never brought in Ocon, and this is why they ain't bringing in Russell yet, and this is why they're not bringing in Max Verstappen. If Max Verstappen does finally go to Mercedes, they don't want to disturb Hamilton. They want Hamilton to win these titles. Hamilton, to me, is the greatest driver of his generation. I'm not disputing that, and everybody knows who watches my channel that I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. He's the greatest driver. Him and Alonso, to me, are the two best drivers of their generation. The two best. If Alonso would have made the right decisions at the right time, maybe Alonso would have been there. Remember, Alonso should be a 6-time world champion. He lost out on 4 world titles by 2 points. 2 points on 4 world titles, that's 2 points per title. He lost out. So imagine if he would have capitalised on them points. He could have been a 6-time world champion like Hamilton. So for me, these two, Alonso and Hamilton, are the best of their generation. Hands down. That's just my opinion. You may not agree with me. That's fine. But that's just my opinion. And everybody's entitled to an opinion. So lap 10. Finally, after a couple of one attempt, 2 attempts actually, Bottas passes Charles on lap 10. Lap 12, Bottas does Grosjean. Easy, no problem. You expect him to do that. And lap 17, there was the first retirement. Engine oil was spitting out of Gasly's car. Another retirement. He had one at Austria, and now he's having another one now. He's spitting oil, MGH. It was something to do with the MGH engine. This is what Ted Kravitz was saying. Ted Kravitz, I always listen to him. To me, Ted Kravitz is the most intelligent guy on the F1 team. When everybody was saying it was going to rain, Ted was going, no, it's not going to rain. Ted said he checked the weather report. He spoke to some of these weather experts over the internet or whatever, over the phone, and they said that the rain is going to go past the Grand Prix, and the rain is going to hit the hills, but it's not going to hit the track. So everybody says, no, it's going to rain. I said, no, Ted said it's not going to rain. So me, I listened to Ted. I was sitting down, I was with my friends, I was with my friends, and I said to him, I goes, look, it's not going to rain. They was going, it's going to rain. I goes, no, it's not going to rain. It is not going to rain. Listen to Ted Kravitz, he's a clever man. And in the end, it didn't rain. So lap 17, so basically, he retired at lap 17. Lap 17, Albon starts coming on the radio again. He's been doing that all weekend, practice, qualifying. Comes onto the radio and he says, look, give me some more power. Why can't you give me some more power? No answer from Red Bull. So, obviously, Albon's getting frustrated with the car. This was the beginning of the race. Albon's a great driver. You give him the car, you give him the car, you give him the grip, you give him the tools. He'll produce. He's a very good driver, and he's in a good team. But they just need to give him the support like they give Max. That's just all I'm saying. So Albon said, he says, so lap 19. Vettel's chasing Charles. Vettel, the faster Ferrari this weekend again, just like he was last weekend. So he's 2-1 up on Charles coming into this weekend. He's got 2 races over Charles. Charles has got 1. Vettel was going fast because Vettel always does good here. He's got a lot of confidence around his track, Sebastian Vettel. So Vettel was the fastest car today, and he says the radio says to Charles, let Vettel pass, so Vettel passes. Which is understandable. Look, you want your fastest car in front. Charles wasn't producing today. He wasn't happy on the soft tyres. Vettel was on the medium tyres. He was happy with the tyres, so Vettel just carried on and done his thing. Lap 21, Charles was saying again on lap 21, I think we should take these soft crap tyres off. That's what he said. Take the soft tyres off. The crap, they're not working for me. Pit me. But the only thing when they pitted Charles, if he does pit, he's going to come basically last. He's going to be at the back. So lap 34, so they pit him anyway. So lap 25, a lot of the drivers were complaining about the front grip, the front of the tyres are wearing away. Hamilton was complaining. All the other drivers are complaining. Not Bottas, he didn't actually say anything. But you had Vettel was complaining, Charles was playing, all saying that the front tyres are wearing away. So you knew there was pits coming up. But there was a lot of the drivers was waiting for the wet. They thought it was going to rain, so they wanted to stay out on the tyres as long as they want. So finally they must have known, it's not going to rain. So they start pitting. Lap 37, Max comes into the pits, puts the hard tyres on. Lap 38, Sainz coming. Now lap 42, Sainz comes in, puts the hard tyres on. Latifi spins again in lap 43. He spun last week in Austria and he's spinning again. Ricardo pits, puts the medium tyres on lap 45. Bottas pits at lap 50, puts the hard tyres on. So now you had Bottas chasing Max Verstappen. This is before lap. Bottas pits on lap 35, puts the hard tyres on, starts chasing Max Verstappen. So Max Verstappen said, look, give me more power, right? They give him a bit more power. He's keeping Bottas behind him. Bottas gets within DRS zone, still didn't pass him. So he was trying to chase him. Then Bottas got caught behind traffic. Then he loses more time to Max. He's gaining on Max. Then he loses more time to Max. So I was thinking, you know what? Is Bottas ever going to catch this guy? And then something weird happened to him, which I thought, to me, lost Bottas to second place. Lap 50, they picked Bottas. So I thought, hold on. Bottas has been on these tyres, hard tyres since lap 38. So basically, he's only been on the tyres for 12 laps. So they pit him again. So he loses more time to Max. So he's 20 plus seconds behind Max. So they put the hard tyres on to try and catch him, to try and catch Max at the end. And I said straight away, I put on Twitter, I said big mistakes. A lot of people was criticising me on Twitter and saying, nah. Bottas is going to catch Max. I goes, I don't think he is. A lot of people say, yeah, but Lewis done. I goes, yeah, but he ain't Lewis, is he? Bottas is not Lewis Hamilton, is he? And I said, he ain't going to catch him. And he never. They made a mistake. They put Bottas on the hard tyres. His tyres were only 12 laps old. Hard tyres. So they pit him after 12 laps of being on the hard tyres. They pit him, put more hard tyres on. And he nearly got him. He nearly got him. And another lap he would have got Max. But he never. Look, it doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile. He never got him. People say, oh yeah, but he come close. But he never got him, did he? Who finished second on the podium? Was it Bottas? No, it was Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen had no business finishing on that podium today. Second, no. No business. That should have been a 1 and 2 Mercedes. But because of Bottas' fault at the beginning, because of his crap start, he's the one who let the team down. So at the end, lap 64, Lewis said, look, what's going on? They said for Lewis to pat. Lewis said, look, let's go. Lap 63, Lewis said, come on, let's pit. And they said, look, we're going to put the hard tyres on. Lewis says, no, let's put the soft tyres on. No, I think the hard tyres is the best compound. No, let's put the soft tyres on. So there was a little bit of a debate between Bono and Hamilton, like there is every race. So as we're going on now, they thought Lewis was going to come into the pit, so they changed their mind and said, no, Lewis, no, stay out again. So Lewis comes on the radio and says, what's going on? She goes, there's Bono. We don't know what's going on. I'm going to go and find out. So Bono didn't even know what was going on. So there was a bit of miscommunication between Mercedes and the driver, which is very rare. So lap 65, Lewis pits. He gets his way. He puts the soft tyres on because he wants to get the fastest lap. He wants to get the win plus the fastest lap. So if Bottas did get second, he's got that buffer over him because he got the fastest lap. So it gives him 1 extra point. But it could be the 1 extra point. People think, oh, that stuff. But at the end of the season, it could be vital. It could be vital to his 7th world title, which in my opinion he's going to get. So he finally done it. And at the end, he won the race. Max got second. Bottas got third. At the end of the race, Bottas was done. Bottas was shot. He's confident. He's going very fast. He's going straight down the toilet. If Bottas doesn't get a result at Silverstone, because we've got a week off now. We're in Silverstone in 2 weeks' time. There's one more week. No, there's a week off. Then we've got a double header in Silverstone. If Bottas does not get a result at Silverstone in one of them races, it's over. Lewis Hamilton wins Silverstone back-to-back and Bottas don't even get one of the wins, it is over. You're going to be looking at a 7-time world champion, Lewis Hamilton. And by then, he'll be closing on the racing record. He's only got 2 more podiums to do and he's broke the podium record. He's already got the pole record he done 2 years ago, so all the records are just dropping. And Lewis Hamilton, by the looks of it now, he's going to be a 7-time world champion. And that's the end of the review. And it was a good race. I'm going to go through the standings, how it finished. I'm going to go on to the race. The races, go on to the how it finished results. Got Lewis Hamilton with the win, fastest lap. Max Verstappen got driver of the day, which is good for him. Lewis Hamilton first, Max Verstappen second, Valtteri Bottas third, 4th place Lance Stroll, 5th place Alexander Albon, good finish for him. 6th place Vettel, good for Ferrari as well. 7th place Sergio Perez, 8th place Daniel Ricciardo, 9th place Kevin Magnussen, 10th place Carlos Sainz, 11th place Charles Leclerc, 12th place Daniel Fiat, 13th place Lando Norris, 14th place Esteban Ocon, 15th place Roman Grosjean, 16th place Kimi Räikkönen, 17th Antonio Giovinazzi, and 18th place George Russell, 19th place, Nicholas Latifi and Pierre Gasly. There was only one DNF. There was only one DNF, which I thought was very shocking. I thought there was going to be more, but there was only one, and it's Pierre Gasly, and it's a shame for him. We're going to look at the table, drivers table. Lewis Hamilton on top now. He's got 63 points, 5 points ahead of Bottas. Here we go again. Bottas second. Third place, Max Verstappen. Fourth place, Lando Norris. Fifth place, Alexander Albon. Sixth place, Sergio Perez. Seventh place, Charles Leclerc. Eighth place, Lance Stroll. Let's bring it round here. Eighth place, Lance Stroll. Ninth place, Carlos Sainz. 10th place, Sebastian Vettel. 11th place, Daniel Ricciardo. 12th place, Pierre Gasly. 13th place, Esteban Ocon. 14th place, Kevin Magnussen. 15th place, Antonio Giovinazzi. 16th place, Daniel Fiat. 17th place, Kimi Räikkönen. 18th, Nicholas Latifi. 19th, Romain Grosjean. And 20th, George Russell. So basically, Kimi Räikkönen, Nicholas Latifi, Romain Grosjean, George Russell hasn't scored any points. Kimi Räikkönen, I'm not sure if he's going to be there next season, but, no points for Kimi. I know it's a team and that, but no points. So we're going to go into the interviews. We're going to go straight to Sebastian Vettel. It says it was not a surprise to be lapped by Hamilton. There you go. Let's play this. It's going to be advertisements, so I'm going to pause it. Adverts.
Seb, can we say that today you were a bit unlucky losing a lot of time during the first pit stop, but beyond that, this weekend was a bit better for you in terms of feeling with the car?
Yeah, it was back to normal. So obviously Austria 1 was the outlier, so Austria 2 didn't happen, and now we're here. So I think probably today this was where we, could finish arguably 5th or 6th, but probably not further up.
It's not a surprise what Hamilton and Mercedes have been able to do here compared to all the others?
No. You are surprised?
No. What did you think when he lapped you?
Well, I mean, it was already clear that he will lap us before the race, so it was not a surprise.
What a stupid interview. Obviously, the no-boy data that Lewis was going to pass him. If you're a true racing fan, you're racing, you knew that Hamilton eventually was going to pass him. And it's so hot in this office today. Ooh, so hot. Lovely day out there today, though. What else have we got? We're going to have... Again, no Lewis Hamilton we've got on there. None from Lewis. Got Pierre Gasly. It's been a very challenging weekend, says Pierre Gasly. Only DNF in the race.
Well, Pierre, I'm sorry to see you before the checkered flag. Just tell us about the problems you've had. It's been a really challenging weekend for you. You had that glimmer of hope in qualifying when you got into the top 10, but today it just didn't work out. How soon did you know about the problems?
Yeah, I must say it's been like a very, very challenging weekend for us. It's the third technical issue or mechanical issue in 3 days, so we're just quite unlucky, and it's a big shame. We managed to do a good quali in these conditions with probably the rain coming again before the end of the race. For sure there was something to play. And yeah, we had a drivetrain issue since the start of the race. We tried to fix on track, but we didn't manage.
Couldn't really hear him there, but disappointed. Who else we got on there? We've got nothing else on there. They're the only interviews we've got so far. There's no other videos. We're trying to pick up some. There's nothing at all. No, nothing. We've got Nicholas Latifi. Actually, no. That's a pre-race one. And that's all we got. There we go. We've got a video here at 1 minute 30. It's Lewis. I'll leave you with this video. It's Lewis Hamilton. And he crosses the line to claim the 8th Hungarian Grand Prix. So Lewis Hamilton has equalled Michael Schumacher's record for 8 races at a single track. He's got 8 here. Schumacher had 8 at another Grand Prix. I forgot what it was called. But there's 8 now. There's a few Schumacher records. There's more than a few that he's broke already, and they're just gonna continue to tumble all this year. Basically, he'll have them all. So there's another record. If he wins Silverstone, he'll break Ayrton Senna's record for the most races at the home track. Ayrton Senna's got 6, tied with Hamilton. He's got at Brazil. Hamilton's got 6 at Silverstone. If he wins at Silverstone again this year, 2, he'll break the Ayrton Senna record for the most races at a single track. So I'm going to leave you later, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you we've got a week off now, so relax. I'm going to be streaming, I'm going to be gaming, I'm going to be... Look on my channel. I'll leave my description below the video. I'll have my Twitch link and the YouTube link. Look out for me. I'll be streaming F1 and Assetto Corsa Competizione on my Twitch channel. Like I said, Twitch, the link's below, and there'll be some unboxing videos coming next week as well. And look out for my gaming video. I'm doing the entire 2019 F1 season in a sim racing game. So I've done Australia, that's already up on my channel. Look out for that. Bahrain's going to be uploaded tomorrow, and I'll upload some more during the week as well. So look out for them. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the alert button. So this is Solo P1 signing out. See you later, guys. Actually, let me just play this video first. There you go, advert again. So yeah, I'm going to wait for this advert to finish, and then I'm going to be off. And I'm going to see you later, guys, yeah? No intro today. I forgot to put the intro on today, but I'll have an outro. Outro.
The top of the...
Well, we're going to finish with this. So I'm going to put this on there. I'm going to see you later, guys. Bye.
I'm sure to the... And this will lift Lewis Hamilton, I'm sure, to the top of the Drivers' Championship. No one's ever won 3 races in a row at the Hungaroring. Lewis Hamilton's done it now, though. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix for the 8th time for Lewis Hamilton. Crossing the line in 2nd place. It's the mistake turned into a podium for Max Verstappen. 2nd place for Red Bull. Valtteri Bottas comes home in 3rd.
Get in there, Lewis. Absolute masterclass, mate. What a spot-on effort. So yeah, fastest lap and the win. Beautiful work there.
Fantastic effort this weekend, guys. I'm so proud of you all. I'm so happy with today. Thanks so much.